2K March Madness Sim bracket. I probably butchered that. I'm Landon Carrico once again with the commentary, joined by a different commentator tonight, TNS's own Jared Clemens. Jared, how we feeling about our first call?
Feeling pretty good. Took a break from the NBA. Obviously, they're not playing. Moved back down to the college basketball game. Really excited.
This is what we love to hear. And what we love to see, Jared, is the 2-15 matchup between Arkansas Little Rock and Florida State. Even though I have to laugh at Moses Malone and Allen Iverson repping the Seminoles and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the Trojans, I don't think that's what we're going to get today. But what we might get is three-headed Hydra monsters, Trent Forrest, MJ Walker, and Devin Vassell, who leads the Seminoles with a little over 12 points a game. And then on the other hand, we got Marquise Noel, who's pacing the Trojans with over 17 a game. Jared, do we think the Trojans can knock this one off?
You know, I really like Noel. I think he's got pro potential here. I think that at Arkansas Little Rock, to have a chance, he's going to have to shoot well from three, and he's going to have to keep the turnovers in check. He's averaging close to 4 turnovers a game, and you can't give Florida State that many extra possessions when you're coming in as such a huge underdog.
All right. I am actually very excited about this. This is a dark horse team that a lot of people think can win the title. Of course, I'm not talking about your grandpa's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Trojans, but I'm talking about the Leonard Hamilton-led Seminoles. But without further ado, let's get on to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble, Seminoles. We'll admit, Leonard Hamilton might be my favorite coach in basketball, Jared, outside of Swaggy Cal, of course. And then Tom Crean, obviously, is up there. But with that being said, Leonard Hamilton, former UK assistant Leonard Hamilton, one of the best assistant coaches Joe B. Hall, well, actually, pretty much the only one he had for a long while. Plus, with the jacket and little turtleneck sweater, it looks like he's an Olive Garden manager. And what do we have to hate about that? Obviously, we love it. We absolutely love it.
Well, it wouldn't be a neutral site episode without Landon being a homer for UK. So
No,
here
come
we
on
go.
now. Come on now. Come on.
No, I'm just kidding. He's done a great job with Florida State. They've consistently been one of the top programs in all of the South, especially in the ACC. I mean, obviously they're never going to compete with the likes of Duke, North Carolina, but they've consistently been very good teams. They've produced some really, really great NBA talent. I mean, look at Jonathan Isaac, who was drafted by the Magic a couple of years ago and was in the midst of possibly Defensive Player of the Year season before getting injured this year.
Of course.
Florida State gets a lot of talent on their teams. It's just a matter of putting it all together.
Of course. And with the tip, Arkansas Little Rock controls it. Former alum from Arkansas Little Rock, the only one off the top of my head that I know, and one of Jared's favorites, Derek Fisher. Start off, Arkansas Little Rock misses from three. Yeah, Derek Fisher.
You know, D-Fish was one of the most, he was one of the key pieces of the Lakers championship, contributed great. Wonder if he's in attendance.
Well, speaking of key performers, Trent Forrest starts off the Seminoles with that contested layup. It's going to be interesting seeing this Noel versus Forrest matchup. Noel at the top of the key, dribbling out. Stolen by Trent Forrest. Trent Forrest trying to lead the charge.
That cannot happen if you're going to keep in this game, and then you leave a wide open three in the
corner. Florida State. Perfect start for the Seminoles here. All 7 of Arkansas Little Rock's fans are rattled. It's going to be a tough tailgate after this game in the parking lot. Out to Stulich. Stulich for 3. Can't quiet the run for Florida State. Florida State MJ Walker out there to Trent Forrest. Trent's going to go for it again, and he's got it. 7-0. They've put up 7 points.
Getting out and running early. If I'm Arkansas Little Rock, you have to slow the game down.
They've put up 7 points quicker than Well, I was going to say the Dallas Cowboys, but that's going to get scorned. But they answer it right back. Stulich with the 3.
Great action off the screen there.
Osborne at the top. That's Devin Vassell leading score. Oh! Woo! Folks, I'm energized for this game, and that's because we're getting alley-oop dunks like that already from the get-go. 9-3 Seminoles.
Out swinging.
And that actually brought a smile to Leonard Hamilton's face. I can't believe it.
Florida State's really looking to put this away early. It's up on Arkansas Little Rock to respond.
Stulich at the top. Out to Johnson. Johnson with the contested jumper. Just gets through. Stulich with the rebound. He can't put it back. Vassell with the rebound out top. He's in transition fast break. And it's taken. Johnson gets the steal. Noel. What can he do here? They haven't got Noel going just yet. 9-3. Florida State with 7:32 to go in the first. Monyang, underrated piece for Arkansas Little Rock this year. Very well-rounded player that they don't run the offense through necessarily. They run it more through their guards, but he's done a terrific job this year of getting involved. In and out. Forrest at the right side, out to Vassell. They're dangerous. They got so many weapons that they can hit you with. Just when you think you've shut down Trent Forrest, MJ Walker shows up. And just when you think MJ Walker's done, Devin Vassell comes out of nowhere. Out of bounds. Ooh, a questionable call for the Seminoles going the Trojans' way. Jared, where do you think Leonard Hamilton...
Arkansas Little Rock's having a lot of trouble containing the dribble drive right now. That's something they're really going to have to work on. Absolutely.
Now, Jared, where do you think Leonard Hamilton ranks in the way of ACC coaches? Where would you...
That's a difficult question.
It is a loaded question. HP may hurt you.
With a multitude of great coaches, it's one of the best basketball conferences in college basketball. You know, I don't think he's necessarily in the top tier. He's not a Coach K. I'd feel comfortable putting him in the second tier. Around guys like Chris Mack. I think that's actually a fairly solid comparison. Now, obviously, it's still early with Mack at U of L, and he's had some mixed results his first couple of years, but I watched him at Xavier for a while, and I have faith in him to turn that program around completely.
Well, speaking of turning things around, Arkansas Little Rock is still struggling from the perimeter. You know who's not, though? MJ Walker with those handles, the contested layup, and he's fouled. Johnson with the foul in the play. Arkansas Little Rock is not a team that needs a lot of depth. And Jared's back, folks. Had to go to the concession stand for some popcorn.
Having a little bit of technical difficulties.
Hashtag journalistic integrity at a fulcrum. MJ Walker back for the free throw. And he's not going to hit this one.
Misses.
Doesn't hit either. That's shocking. Florida State, usually a good free throw shooting team. Not shooting right now at all. Arkansas Little Rock. Very frustrating. Can't expect to knock off one of the dark horses for the title if you can't hit the three. Looking like a young Otis George out there.
In college basketball, and you've seen Arkansas Little Rock take a lot of threes. Ooh, he just got big boy.
Raekwon Gray. Timeout Trojans. 11-3 Florida State. We'll take a break from our sponsor, Rite Aid. Rite Aid. You kind of know who they are. All right, let's get back to the action. Jared, how are the Trojans going to be able to come back from this one? They lack the firepower outside of Noel to take them down. Is there any keys to the game for the upset?
You have to move the ball. Swinging around the perimeter, you have to convert in transition. That does not mean you have to take threes in transition.
Right you are.
You have to score in transition. Florida State is going to give you looks in the transition game, and you have to convert.
Right,
These
you are.
looks are not what they need right now, and they just keep jacking up contested threes. You're not going to win a lot of ball games that way, Landon.
Invaluable experience and expertise from former A-League CYO champion and first-team All-Conference Jared Clemens. Trent Forrest, speaking of All-Conference, out to Raekwon Gray, and he's fouled on the layup.
Once again, they can't contain the dribble drive penetration from FSU's guards. This is not going to be a very closely contested game if they can't figure something out on defense.
And Gray hits the first free throw. Can he hit the second? Yes, he can. A small golf clap for Raekwon Gray. Great job. Marquise Noel. They need to get Noel going. If you want a game and you're bored at home from everything going on, for every time I say something about Marquise Noel, need to get going. Do whatever you have to do. You know, whatever the kids do nowadays for stuff repetitive like that.
You know, as a 15 seed though,
oh man.
Another contested jumper. See, they're trying to play hero ball here. You can't do that. You have got to get the ball moving and trust your teammates to convert. FSU's superior athletes are just able to guard them, but the ball moves faster than the man.
Right, you are. Trent Forrest, they go back out to Gray, and yet that's just the formula that keeps on clicking.
Gray has been killing them in the pick and roll.
You know, when you talk about just potentially, you know, solid combos, you look at Gray and Forrest, and they rank, or Gray and MJ Walker, and they rank up there with, you know, hand sanitizer and germs, Chuck Noll and Terry Bradshaw, Bradgelina. It's one of the more potent combos in all of basketball.
And, they've been really, really great for Florida State at the start of this game. Coming out strong, and they are leading the Seminoles to an early dominating performance, honestly.
Absolutely, and right you are, Jared. Florida State's up 15.
First substitutions of the game here.
Well, you can't be much worse than what's going on right now for Arkansas Little Rock. I'm being told that Brangelina is not a thing anymore. Yes, I am aware of that, but I'm aware of how potent it was. And speaking of potency, Florida State going up 18-3. Charlie Ward is
looking to put this one away, and we see a timeout. Arkansas Little Rock.
Charlie Ward is up on his seat, folks, and he is chanting defense to a T. This is exactly what you want to see. Dwayne Bacon, Sam Cassell, and Bob Sewell are all high-fiving each other right now. This is exactly what you want to see if you're a Florida State fan. Forget all of the Willie Taggart nonsense. You've got Leonard Hamilton in town, and he's here to stay. 18-3 Florida State Seminoles.
I mean, it's exactly what I said at the start of the game. You cannot give Florida State these free possessions, and you have to be able to contain the dribble drive. It's the two things that Arkansas Little Rock is not doing.
Speaking of things they're not doing, another missed three.
Another contested three.
Another contested three. They need to go to the Griffin Lips School of Baby Hooks. And yet they aren't. Kopravga, I can't say that name. That's a tongue twister. Balsa, I'm just going to say Balsa. Out the top. Out to Jack with another contested three. Nothing.
Good defense from Arkansas Little Rock on that possession.
Lukic.
Something they need to do more of moving forward.
Out of Lukic. Nothing.
Fadeaway mid-range. Landon, I just don't know if he has that shot in his arsenal.
I don't think he does either. Williams with a contested layup. Patrick Williams was a top 30 recruit coming out of the 2019 class, and they've really been able to get a lot of energy and minutes out of him. He's averaging around 22, 23 minutes a game, and really you can just see that talent on display. And Leonard Hamilton's really been known for getting the best out of his players. But Arkansas Little Rock finally catches a break there with the foul. Watch
You
him not
have
hit
to
the free
hit your
throws.
free throws. These are free points.
Hey! The Fonz would say, there you go with the free throw.
And hitting free throws can really energize a team. It's something that's looked over. It's really looked over, but it can kind of take the lid off the basket, and it can really get shooters back in rhythm quickly.
And right you are, Jared. Florida State with a comfortable 18-5 lead. Polite. Out the top. What a name. What a name right there. At the Polite for a three. Wide open. Can't hit it. Oh, what a pass. That's a pocket pass. Oh, you got to go up with it. You got to go up with it. And they don't take advantage of it. Polite out to Evans at the top. Florida
State's just running circles around Arkansas Little Rock's guards here. I mean, there's nothing that these guys can do.
Florida State has completely taken their stars out already. Another fadeaway. Oof. He went with the Euro fadeaway and couldn't get it. Lottie out with the pocket pass to Lukic. Marich. Lottie. They're playing Globetrotter ball right now. Also, rest in peace, Curly Neal, folks. Not even joking there. Lukic out for three. In and out. Polite.
Look at how Florida State just hounds to the ball, though.
Absolutely.
The energy is definitely there on both ends of the court.
Evans. Evans takes the roll. He's got an open three if he can hit it, and he doesn't. Florida State with the commanding lead right now, as what Bill Walton would call fabulous. Can't do a Bill Walton impression, folks. I'm trying. But
it has been a great first quarter for FSU, and I want to see how Arkansas Little Rock adapts coming into the second quarter.
Absolutely. I'm being told here from our viewer section that one of our viewers wants us to crack an egg if we get to 5. Actually, never mind, 20. To you, Carson, I heard you wouldn't help get this show up to 20 on the views. Ha ha.
Well, Landon, I hate to break it to you, I am currently one of those views.
Oh, Jared. That's interesting. That's a very interesting comment. But, speaking of interesting, let's see if Arkansas Little Rock can get back here when we get back to the action. Evans at the top of the key. Polite. Out at the top, being hounded by Lukic. Gonna take the pick. He's got a clear lane. Can he take it? No good. Johnson with the rebound out to Lukic.
Good hedge there by Arkansas Little Rock.
One thing that Arkansas Little Rock is really struggling with right now is spacing. And clearly, even though Lottie got the foul there, you got to be able to go out wide and help set yourself up for a three. You got two guys already running the lane. What the heck are you doing? What are you doing?
Arkansas Little Rock, they have guys who can shoot, but they don't have a lot of shooters. Now let me explain that for a second. They have guys that can make threes. They have the ability to do so. But they are not in the same caliber as FSU where they're going to give you 1, 2 threes a game.
Well,
they're streaky guys, and to be honest, I don't see how Arkansas Little Rock's going to come back.
Oh! Oh! He says, "This is my court." Oh my gosh! As if Little Rock didn't need a giant metal ball being thrown on their face. Dear Lord. What a take. And the old-fashioned three-pointer.
And he hits the free throw.
Wow. 21-6.
Is absolutely commanding this game right now.
As Jim Ross used to say,
highlight reel.
As Jim Ross used to say, by God.
Start to this game.
Player him out to Lukic. Marich gets it out to Lottie. He hasn't done a Lottie stuff today. Sorry. Johnson. No good. Out to the dude with a very Eastern European name. Polite. Out to Evans. Evans is going to shush away the screen. Evans. Basically just playing Rafer Alston one-on-one there. Koprivica out, and he's got the green. He's got the green light. Like Vin Diesel, fast and furious with the green light and the hook. Out to Lottie. Oh, is it taken from him? No, he's going to get it back. He's going to dribble right. This is what I'm talking about with the spacing, Jared. They just keep dribbling right to the middle. They're not trying to swing it out wide. Former soccer manager Ethan H.P. Robertson would suggest to swing it out wide. But that's just not happening right now. They're settling for contested looks. Speaking of contested looks, Polite's going to get fouled by Marich on the play. That's his third. They cannot afford that right now. Already down 17 and one of their starters, or one of their key contributors, more so, nearly out of the game. You got to be taking them out right now. And Marich is still in the game. Wow, that is surprising.
Yeah, and I don't know how you can take him out right now. I don't think they can afford to.
Well, that is true, Jared. That is very true. Astute observations from Jared, the Hitman Clemens.
No, you have to kind of roll. You have to trust your guys. A good coach will empower his players and tell them, I believe in you, and I trust you to make the right decisions from here on in, but don't force my hand.
Well,
don't force me to do something I don't want to do.
Well, clearly, Arkansas Little Rock did not get that message. They're down 21 with 7:22 to go. Marich at the top of the key. Is he going to get his fourth? No. He says, here's a contested jumper. Stulich, can they get something going? Dear God, this is just sad. This is worse than some of those Arms of the Angels commercial. What's the organization that does that? And Jared back to the concession stand. Osborne fouled at the top of the key. And not at the top of the key, at the top of the lane. 27-6 right now, folks. Arkansas Little Rock probably should have just stayed in the locker room at this point. Osborne takes it up to 28-6.
Has shown complete inability to score the basketball, even right at the rim. I mean, FSU's defense has just been stifling.
I heard a little rumor that Derek Fisher is renouncing his alumni status and is transferring it to Arkansas State. And finally, they hit a three-pointer, 9-28. This is March Madness. Let the comeback commence. Ba-da-da-da-ba-ba. Yeah, I'm probably going to get copyrighted for that, but that's okay.
Landon, I'd be more impressed if good defense there. That's what's going to turn this game around.
Speaking of impressed, the pocket pass and the dunk.
Ball movement, especially ball movement on the inside, is the most difficult thing to guard in basketball.
Absolutely. Speaking of people that are hard to guard, Trent Forrest gets caught. Oh, the pocket pass down low to Raquan Gray, and he's having himself a game. He's having himself a game. 30-11, Florida State. Finally, another three for Arkansas Little Rock. Sorry for the delay, folks. I had to make sure that my eyes actually saw what happened. And they did. 30-14.
I mean, they're certainly playing the law of averages right now. If you keep putting them up, you're bound to make at least one or two.
Absolutely. Stulich, got to be careful. The traveling violation.
That's an interesting call, not one I'm sure I agree with.
Jared went to the James Harden School of Euro steps and jump hops. Jump steps. Jump hops, whatever you want to call them.
Not to be that guy, but college athletes are only getting better and better, and they're quicker. And this is a problem you see, especially in the NBA.
Speaking of problems.
Sometimes guys are...
Speaking of
problems.
problems.
Guys are just too quick for the referees.
Arkansas Little Rock, Jared, is on a 10-2 run right now. Can the Trojans make a run? I'm just going to be honest. I don't think there's a chance in anything that happens. Osborne retrieves the ball after Walker's mishap. He's going to get a pick and roll from Gray.
In the words, Mr. Carrico, in the words of one of my dear friends, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
I know that phrase. That's because I came up with it. And speaking of coming up with things, Coupe Jr. is cutting this game to 11. Jared, this might happen. No, I'm just kidding. It's not going to happen. But if I'm wrong, I will be more than happy to be wrong. It's a lose-lose, though, because I said Florida State was not going to lose this game. But at the same time, if Arkansas State wins, it'd be cool, but Leonard Hamilton loses, and nobody wants to see that. Walker. They're going to call that shift. That's 4 on Marich. That is 4 on Marich. That's not what we want to see.
Like I said, you don't want to put the coach into a position as a player where you force his hand, and now he's looking at probably not returning until late in the second half.
Absolutely. 30-19 Seminoles. Gray, not going to get it. Can they cut this lead down to single digits? Noel passes to Coupe Jr. Not the best move. Stulich out to Noel. He can take that. That's his shot. Oh, and the momentum killer. The momentum killer right there. Oh, Vassell for a wide open 3. You bet he's going to hit it. Brings a smile to Leonard Hamilton's lips. Devin Vassell, only 2 points, but with a plus-minus of 14, his presence has been felt this game. Stulich out for 3. No good. Corralled by Gray. Out to Vassell with the outlet pass. They've got him. He's got him wide open.
You had such success.
And he's blocked.
Such success moving the ball, and then you go right back to taking contested threes.
Well, speaking of success, Raekwon Gray is going off right now. He has the holy chalice underneath his feet. You know that he's on right now. Monyang has been very quiet today, probably because of Raekwon's absolute dominant performance today. They get it out to Noel. Noel, in and out again. Williams with the rebound. Patrick Williams, he's going to drive. A contested layup, and he got it. 36-19. Florida State answers that earlier 10-2 run from Arkansas Little Rock. See if they can get anything going. They're going to need the long ball here. They have shot terrible from using the long ball today. They haven't gotten Noel really going today. There's a size disadvantage there against Forrest, but they got to find ways to get him open. He's their best scorer. Shooting contested jumpers like that's not going to work. Vassell in transition. Out to Forrest at the top of the key. They're resetting. He's going to use the pick by Gray. Forrest got a one-on-one. Forrest, top of the key. And he's pickpocketed. Coupe Jr., he's got the layup. Misses the layup. Monyang, go up with it, big fella. And instead they take the contested jumper. Jared, that's got to drive you crazy as a former my player coach.
It's frustrating because you found the formula to success. It involves ball movement and just I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. It's falling back into bad habits that obviously will not lead to success, and they're honestly handing Florida State the game right now.
I feel like I'm watching my 7th grade B-League team all over again. Runner-up 7th grade B-League team. Let's get back to the action, though.
Unfortunately, this is a first-round game, so they won't be runner-up. They'll be
That is a fair comment.
First, you're last.
Monyang with a contested 3. That's just not his shot right there. Vassell with the rebound. Vassell out to Balsa. Balsa sounds so much cooler than Koprivica. But when you're doing that, who cares what your name is? 40-19, Florida State. You know, Jared, for all that lack of firepower that's a criticism of Florida State sometimes, of not having anybody that's, Cassius Winston level, Vernon Carey even level, they're pretty well rounded, and we're watching that today.
Well, it's a team effort.
It is.
You have multiple guys that can contribute on any given night, and when they all show up, it's a very, very dangerous team for Florida State.
Well, can they close it out? No, they cannot. 40-19, Florida State. And we'd get a quick word from our sponsor, but I already ticked off Rite Aid today, so we're going to have to move on to the halftime show presented by 2K. Will we get Prozac Kenny Smith? No, he actually seems okay. He's waving. Shaq looks like he just saw a picture of the statue of the thinking man, contemplating his own life decisions. If you're also contemplating your own life decisions, sponsored by Ally Financial. Ally Financial. They'll help you out. And the halftime report shows that, oh my gosh, Arkansas Little Rock shooting 19% from the field. I didn't think it'd get much worse than Iowa the other day.
When you only take contested threes and contested fadeaway mid-range jumpers. Jesus Christ, I know that they all love Kobe. I do too, but you're not Kobe Bryant, guys.
R.I.P. Kobe.
Yes, sir. My favorite player of all time.
Absolutely.
I don't see any path for Arkansas Little Rock to get back into this game.
And Jared, thank God you are not a platoon leader or an optimist in any setting, because by God, that's some advice that they don't need to hear. What the fans want to hear, though, 40-19, the start of the second half. Florida State, Marich still out of the game for Arkansas Little Rock. It's going to be interesting to see when they make the move to the bench for him. Osborne, taken away by Noah. Out the three. Can they finally get one going? And they do. That's exactly what they needed. 22-40.
That is how you'll get back into this game. You have to convert when they give you chances in transition.
And Forrest at the top of the key. Vassell takes it at the top. He's going to get a pick from Gary. He's not going to use it. He's going to take the three. No good. Out to Monyang. Coupe Jr. Out to Stulich. Noel going to drive. And he's swatted. Get that out of here. Vassell for three. You know it's good. You know it's good. 43-22. Florida State making a statement against, yes, a 15 seed nonetheless, but a statement nonetheless. And there's a foul here for Monyang. And folks, I would like to take this time to address a problem that has come up in the group chat from Nick Doninger. I thought Barack Obama was commentating this game. That is incorrect. But it's a pretty good game.
Oh, God.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Jared. If you want, you can go to
commentary without at least one impersonation of a former president.
It's what the fans want, Jared. They want hope. They want hope.
It might be what they want, but it's not what they need.
Well, Arkansas Little Rock needs hope. I would do a Bill Clinton. I would summon Bill Clinton for some sage advice here, but we're gonna focus more on the game. We're gonna focus on the game here. Plus, I don't want HP or Griff disowning me from the show. But speaking of pocket pass, speaking of things to do, what a pocket pass right there. It's one of the worst transitions in my broadcasting career. Florida State up 43-24 after that Arkansas Little Rock bucket. Playing very comfortable right here. It's going to be interesting to see when Coach Ham puts in the reserves. But who cares when Osborne's hitting shots like that? 45-24, Malik Osborne with 5 points. Just another testament to how well-rounded this Florida State team is.
They're getting contributions from everyone on both ends of the court.
They are.
Arkansas Little Rock does not stand a chance right now. Florida State is completely dominating them.
Oh, and if that's not just an absolute confidence slapper for Marquise Noel, I don't know what is. They have not gotten their leading scorer going today at all. 45-24 still, Florida State with 7:23 to go. Forrest going to take the pick. He's got nothing but lane. And he's going to miss, but he's going to get fouled. Jared, I think it's safe to say that Florida State is going to coast with this one. Not much of a fight being given by Arkansas Little Rock. As I say that, Derek Fisher stands up and leaves with all 4 of his friends to go cheer on Arkansas State in the CBI. Meanwhile, Sam Cassell is high-fiving Bob Sura, and everyone in that little section is happy. 47-24, the miss by Arkansas Little Rock. Polite. Not very polite of him to just straggle Monyang, but he's going to do it anyway. Gray, I apologize, folks. Gray, going to get nothing there. Palermo out to Coupe Jr. Noel, trying to drive, trying to find something. He's going to get blocked, but they're going to call a foul. Coach Ham throws the clipboard. No, I'm just kidding. He just gave a smirk. One of those classic Leonard Hamilton smirks.
You want to get back in this game, you got to hit your free throws.
You got to hit your free throws.
Not a good start from the line for the second half.
They're going to hit that free throw, though. 47-25 Florida State. Folks, if you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave it in the live chat. Another shout out to Hutch and Huber for their excellent broadcast during the Providence-Rutgers game earlier, which Rutgers eked out and finally earned the S after years of being called Rucker. And then Griffin and Reese earlier for their game that was excellent. Creighton, North Dakota State. Creighton won that one.
You know, Creighton's one of the really good teams out of the Big East this year. The Big East is actually a pretty deep conference that doesn't get a lot of attention.
Absolutely.
They have some teams this year. They have some teams that can really make a run.
Now, speaking of making runs, Gray with another take. It's just getting old. It's getting old. 15 points for Raquan Gray. Absolutely a dominating performance. Also like to point out that HP and I, in his first call tonight, will be doing Louisville Belmont for all you L1C4 fans. Should be a good one. Belmont is a team that many think has upset potential, and that many Louisville fans just really want to see a reason to get rid of Jordan Nora. I don't know. We will see, though. It could be worse, U of L fans. You could have somebody transferring other than Darius Perry like Johnny Juzang is for Kentucky. I digress. That is not important on this show. Noel, though, gonna hit the free throw. Gonna bring it down to only a 20-point lead, as most affirming parents would say. It is now 49-29 Florida State. Jared, how quick do you think the reserves are going to go in? I'll go 7 minutes to go in the fourth.
Being that it's already a 20-point game, I think you could see them play the entire fourth.
Oh, the tip-in! Oh, he's fired up. This is March. This is March, folks. I don't even care that there's a 22-point lead. This guy, he's fired up. He got the tip-in over, who was it, Monyang. It's the exact energy that we want to see. Get this man an extinguisher because he's on fire. Lukic gonna take
off the screen.
Gonna take a contested jumper. In and out.
Trust your teammates, guys. It's not a one-man show.
Well, Jared, they're down 22 points. I don't know how much trust is really going on in that locker room or that team.
But you can't play hero ball.
Well, no, you cannot. unless you're Miles Powell or Cassius Winston, then sure. Or even, no, pretty much just those two guys. Speaking of hero ball, Walker with the layup. 53-29.
Arkansas Little Rock has really, in a lot of ways, handed this game to Florida State with the turnovers, the contested jump shots. I mean, you're not going to win a lot of games when you're doing that, and I think they're still shooting sub 20% from the field.
Well, speaking of turnovers, and Florida State turns it over themselves. Noel out to Lukic with the layup. Hey, the baby hook, the Griffin Libs baby hook. I don't know if he's still...
I think we have Mr. Libs in the comment section right now. I'd love to get his opinion on that shot.
It was a beautiful right-handed baby hook, and I say the Griff baby hook because it was the dominant right-handed baby hook. 53-31, Florida State. The Seminoles taking it to the Trojans. Contested three. In and out. That's not going to work. That's not what Leonard Hamilton wants to see. He's upset on that bench. That just shows you the amount of intensity that goes into Coach Ham's preparation and his training and his team. It's a very strict disciplinarian team that does their job, not flashy, but to the best of their abilities. And that's why they are up 22 with 2:38 to go in the third. Walker out to Evans. Evans not taking many jumpers today.
I mean, why would you take jump shots when you can dribble drive penetration straight to the rim?
Well, Jared, because maybe Evans wants to show the scouts that he is a potential Greek B-League second-round pick. And that's what we want on this show. Timeout, Arkansas Little Rock. This is brought to you by Libs Paving. Libs Paving. You got something you want us to pave? Heh, we'll pave it. Libs Paving. Lottie at the top. Gonna dribble it out. Marriage at the top of the key. Really not doing much right here, which has pretty much been pretty normal for the most part from Arkansas Little Rock today. They're going to take another contested three. And shocker, that's not going to work. Again, wouldn't expect anything less.
Easy penetration straight to the rim with the right hand. Good take.
And the guy that I'm just going to call Vakaitis from now on makes the layup. Has he learned English? I don't know. One thing he has learned is how to penetrate that Trojan defense.
Oh, good Lord.
Folks, get your mind out of the gutter. Come on, Jared, let's be professional here. Let's be professional in this show. While Florida State is just absolutely murdering Arkansas Little Rock by 26.
Lane, this is a PG show, though. You got to think about what you say.
That was a PG statement. If you don't have your mind out of the gutter, or if you have your mind in the gutter, so we're gonna move on from that last comment. That's gonna get me fined. Koprivica. The layup, no good. Marich. And he throws it off of him. Go up with it. Come on, Vakaitis. Balsa. At the elbow. He's got an open jumper if he wants to take it. He's going to pass. Jack with the three. No good. Lukic with the rebound. Florida State up 26. Let's see if Arkansas Little Rock can chip away a little bit at this lead. Lukic out to Monyang. They're going to settle for a contested three. And they will. And shocker. Absolutely nothing. Nada. Zilch. Cerro. Florida State with the lead. And this Brings us to our next sponsor, Sean Clemens Painting. Jared, would you like to tell the folks about Sean Clemens Painting?
Yeah, we're one of the premier paint companies in southern Indiana. We will do just about anything. If you need any paint jobs done, something you need fixed, touched up, repainted, give Sean Clemens a call at 502-541-1515.
And Jared's putting the number out there. What a bold move. Speaking of bold, Balsa with the rebound out to Jack. Jack's going to take the pick. Little switch on the matchup. Balsa in the post. He's going to go to the boy's going to go to the left hand, change his hands in midair, and that's another jumper. 59-31 Florida State.
You know, from the opening tip, Florida State came out and really established themselves in this game, and they haven't looked back.
Lukic out to Lottie. Johnson out to Lukic. Lukic tries to penetrate. Eder going to take a contested three-pointer. Following Q, he's going to miss. Patrick Williams with the long rebound.
You know, when this game's over, I want to see just how well they shot from three, because I will put money that it was under 15%.
Balsa kicks out at the top of the key.
You want to look at the reason why they're going to lose this game? That's it. They had taken way too many contested three-point shots off isolation basketball where they just stand no chance of doing it.
Well, then when you contribute... There you go. When you do something like that, that's going to get the fans hyped. Even though when you're down 26, who cares?
I mean, God, give them something to be excited about.
Yeah, well, when you live in Little Rock, I don't know how much there is. But that's not important, Jared. What is important here is that Arkansas Little Rock may or may not put up 40 by the end of this game. Hands, going to take a jumper. No dice. Lottie in transition. He's got Eder, who's finally going to contribute here. Eder's been playing limited minutes today. Good to see him get on the board. Williams with a little jab step here, trying to create some momentum, trying to create a little bit of a spacing. Jack with the pump fake, out the hands. 4 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to get a roll. It's going to be another contested jumper, it looks like. Nothing. Florida State looking like Arkansas Little Rock here with the shot selection. Lottie trying to get to the cup. Going to go out to Besovic. He's got an open jumper, but he doesn't want to take it. He's going to step back between his legs. Eder with the foul. Patrick Williams going to pick up. That's his first. At this point, folks, who cares? It's 59-35.
You know, it's easy penetration still for Florida State, though. I mean, they are embarrassing Arkansas Little Rock right now.
And no wonder he doesn't play. He can't hit the free throw. Eder with the second. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, good Lord, people.
My God. Oh. Why you gotta do it? Why, Raekwon? Why you gotta do them like that? 17 points in 18 minutes. Unbelievable. Montaigne getting lit up today. Just when we thought it was going to be the guard play from Florida State that really shined through, it's been Raekwon Gray today that has been absolutely dominant. And it hasn't even been close. Right, Jared?
Oh, no. They have had no answer for him on the inside. They've had no answer for their guards on the perimeter, even though they've kind of taken the secondary role today. But that's something that you can see with Florida State. Like I said, they're a team. They play team basketball. It's not always one guy who's going to kill you. But Raekwon Gray stepped up today, and he's been the guy that's led this Florida State team to, honestly, a commanding performance against a good Arkansas Little Rock team who's probably not having their best showing tonight.
Absolutely. Trent Forrest now with 8 points and 6 rebounds. A quietly impressive performance, especially considering how balanced they've been. Speaking of things not so quiet, that Jameis Winston-esque pass. Palermo going to get the rebound now after Vassell misses the open jumper. Fagan out to Eder. Palermo. He's got Oh, come on. You hit him. He's got Monyang right there and the slam. Arkansas Little Rock may break 40, folks. We can clap. We give them a consolation ribbon for that. But one thing they will not be is advancing to the round of 32. Great. Oh my gosh. Looking like a young Zion Williamson.
It's too easy.
It's too easy. It is hashtag too easy. Oh my goodness. They pass it right to.
Another bad pass. I mean, they've had so many turnovers that it's just.
And the backcourt pilot. Forrest feels pity for Arkansas Little Rock. And he dribbles.
I'll give it right back. You know, it's just. Honestly, this has just been a cascade of failure on the part of Little Rock, Arkansas. I mean, or Arkansas Little Rock, sorry. They've everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong. It's been turnovers, contested jump shots, they've missed shots at the rim, they haven't made their free throws. I mean, I can't tell you one good thing that's gone for this team tonight.
Well, Monyang's layup right there might be something that they can talk about in that little town of Little Rock. 65-39, Florida State with 4:49 to go. If you're Florida State, you have to be quite impressed by this performance. But then again, not with possessions like that.
Out really strong.
Palermo.
Be a team to watch in this tournament.
Absolutely. Palermo going to get it to Fagan. Out to Monyang. Out to Palermo. Eder. The pump fake. Not really doing much there. Palermo not known as a three-point threat. Neither is Monyang. Out to Johnson. Another contested jumper. Wilkes. Going to take the contested layup. He's not going to get it, but he's going to get his own miss. Vassell at the top to Osborne. Osborne with the contested layup. No good. Great defense by Johnson there. And he corrals the miss. Palermo driving the lane. Oh, with the spin move. Put him in the spin cycle with a little bit of the laundry. Vassell at the top. Going to bring it up for Florida State here. Florida State still in a commanding lead by 24. Now they're getting sloppy, though, folks. Coach Ham still not bringing on the reserves. Palermo now running the point for Eder. Out at the elbow. Fagan at the wing. Oh! Okay. All right. That'll work.
But still, even though he made it, he should not take that shot again.
And Florida State's taking a timeout with 65-43 and 3:07 left to go.
I would say you're putting in your garbage time guys now.
Absolutely. This would be a great time to plug something. We'll plug Hutch and Huber. Hutch and Huber. If you haven't checked out their podcast yet, the guys do an excellent job. It's led by two lifelong friends who have a common affinity for sports, a common affection for IU basketball and UK basketball. They join forces every week with material, and they've been partnering with us for this show. A shout out to Hutch and Huber. If you haven't checked them out, check them out their YouTube page and on the Twitter page, Hutch and Huber. Capital H Hutch, capital H Huber. But back to the action. Gray with another rebound.
Great game the other day with a lot of exciting plays and honestly the dunk of the tournament so far.
Absolutely. Gray, can he add on to what he's already done? No, he's not going to that one. Gray and another. He's going to hit this one. Nothing but nylon. 66-43.
I'm curious to see how Arkansas Little Rock plays out the last couple of minutes here.
Well, Jared, it can't be much worse than what they've already been doing. Finally, they get Noel in open three.
Where's that been all day?
They finally get Marquise Noel in open three, and he hits. It's going to be a long car ride home. A long bus ride home for Arkansas Little Rock after this performance. Then Vassell gets a little bit of lane.
Where's that action been all day? I mean, that's beautiful action off the. It's great off-ball movement. It's a great screen set. I mean, where's that been?
Non-existent.
Where was that in the first quarter after you blanked on your, FSU opens the game on an 11-0 run, and they open it all the way up to 19-3, and you spend the entire first quarter and 3/4 of the first half only taking contested three-point shots. I mean, where was that?
Right you are, Jared. Coupe trying to take it to the cup. He's going to get fouled, though. MJ Walker very... 66-49, make it 50. Arkansas Little Rock broke 50. $1:28 to go. There's a gif from The Simpsons where it's the little kid saying, he's dead, make it stop. I feel like that's exactly what we're watching right now. And Besovich says, no, let the slaughter continue. This is a sore sight on eyes right here. Arkansas Little Rock is crying.
At this point, just run the clock down, have mercy on Arkansas Little Rock, and just keep it moving on to the next round.
And right you are, Jared.
There are three very famous words that pretty well describe this tournament, and it is survive and advance.
Absolutely.
Plus, an injury could be absolutely devastating right now for Florida State.
Right you are.
Which is why I'm surprised that there's still a lot of really key players in the game right now and why they haven't moved to the scrubs. I shouldn't have said scrubs.
It's all good. Florida State has one more shot. Going to put an end to this game at 67-50.
They're running the clock down, having a little mercy.
Vassell between his legs, out the jack. And he's going to hit a jumper. 69-50 Florida State, and it's going to stay that way. The Seminoles on to the round of 32.
What a commanding performance for Florida State.
What a performance.
They were in the driver's seat from the absolute tip-off of the game. Arkansas Little Rock never stood a chance.
No, they did not, Jared, and they didn't because they couldn't stop Raekwon Gray with 20 points and 9 rebounds. And look at this balanced effort after. Trent Forrest with 8, Devin Vassell 7, and Balsa Koprivica, I can't pronounce the name still, Koprivica with 6. Malik Osborne with 9 rebounds. Then on the other side, Marquise Noel, 4 of 13 from the field, but still had 14 points. And after Ben Coupet Jr. with 10 points, they really fell off there. Folks, this has been a pleasure calling this game, even though it was a little lopsided. Jared, I'm glad you could join us for this episode. Hopefully, we'll have you for more episodes in the near future. It's been a great time with you. It's been a great time with you guys. We'll be posting later tonight, 10 o'clock, or around that time. Be sure to check our Twitter for any updates for the UofL Belmont game. All you Louisville fans are finally going to get your team in this 2K sim, and with the roster and with the star power of UofL, they can make a deep run. But in the meantime, you just have to find out for yourself. Check us out here at the Neutral Site on our YouTube page, or at Neutral Site Show on our Twitter, where we'll have updates. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Stay neutral.
Thank you.